Welcome back. This video is for the week of March 30th. I hope everything went well with last week's videos and assignments and the quiz. Just to kind of review what the expectations are with this format of instruction. It's your responsibility to log in every day and check and see what assignments you have. Sometimes during the week, something may change, and we might add something new. Like when I made this video last week, there weren't attendance questions, and then on Tuesday, I was like, "Ooh, this would be a good idea," and so I put in attendance questions for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and didn't quite have everyone's participation on those because there were quite a few people, I think, that logged in on Monday and just got a brief idea of what was going on in class, and then they didn't log back in for the rest of the week. So make sure, if you want to be successful in this format of instruction, you need to be logging on every single day to check and see what assignments there are for you. Also, if you look, I'm going to scroll down a little bit and show you last week. What I ended up doing was I actually linked the videos from my morning sessions from 8 to 8:30. I would link each of those videos in, and I call them virtual office hours. So you could click on that video link, and then you actually could watch the video that I created with students during that 30 minutes. And sometimes, like in this case, I went a little over, but you could watch that video from for my office hours from 8 to 8:30 in the morning. So during those office hours, that's where I'm fielding questions. I actually reveal the results of the attendance questions, especially like the Disney one was cool to see everyone's favorite Disney movies. Um, but then I also kind of preview what the topic of the day is, and maybe some key things to make sure you're paying attention to, as well as um, um, going over through some like practice problems, that sort of thing. And then I also take questions. And then I had lots of questions throughout the day. Some students have done a really good job sending me messages through Canvas or emails. Parents have been sending me emails, and I'm able to respond to those pretty quickly. But this week, the focus is on factoring. Last week, it was all about key features of quadratics and transformations. When it came time for the quiz, okay, on Friday there was a quiz, and this is where I got really nervous about some of you guys because there was a key features and transformations quiz assigned for Friday, and I had about a dozen students that never logged in and took the quiz. You had 2 attempts at the quiz, and you didn't take it at all. So some of you guys need to be reaching out to me to see what you can do to for me to allow you to take that quiz, even though you didn't log in and take it last week when you should have. So if you're one of those people that forgot to take it on Friday, you need to reach out to me, and we need to have a little brief discussion about the course expectations and what you can do to be able to make up that quiz that you missed. Okay. But this week, you still have another quiz on Friday. There's also a practice quiz on Thursday, just so you guys can kind of see the format of the quiz questions. So that's me on Thursday. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself a little bit there. But so Monday you'll got your attendance question. I'll load in the attendance questions for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday later on this week, or actually on Monday. I'll put in the Tuesday question. But you got factoring day one notes. So just kind of get you started off with factoring. And then there's a video. You can click on the video. I encourage you guys to watch all of the videos, and actually watch them and like be engaged with them. So here's Coach Ehlert, and he's, starting you through factoring. We're not going to sit here and watch the video. You can watch that on your own. But anyway, just showing you the link works. Okay, so that's there. But there's a video, and you've got notes. Okay, and you also have some practice. Okay, and then same thing again on Tuesday. You've got some notes, there's a video, and then there's a key. I believe there's practice problems with the notes. So you'll want to make sure you download those notes, and then you can just work the problems out by hand. You really don't need to have a hard copy printed out in front of you unless you really want one. I would just use some notebook paper or printer paper to jot my notes down. Same thing for Wednesday. Again, more notes. One thing that he does, I believe he goes through and shows everyone the bust up the B and factoring by GCF, which is, I would say, the best method from a teaching standpoint for understanding factoring. It's a great method. It factors everything. It works for all of them. I believe I introduced you guys to the slide and divide method, and a lot of you guys really like that. So I'll either post a link probably on the Wednesday notes or the under Wednesday for the slide and divide method. Either I'll share the same video that I share with you guys earlier in the semester, or I'll just make a new video myself and share it with you. Like I said, Thursday, you got just a practice quiz. That's all it is. It's a practice quiz. It's just so you guys can see the format of the questions. Okay. You'll have 2 attempts on that quiz, just like you do on every other quiz. And then on Friday, you'll have a 5-question quiz, just like last week. Okay. Make sure you guys are logging into Canvas every day. Go through the videos. Go through the practice problems. Check your work with the answer keys. Send me questions if you have them during the day, or make sure you join me for my conference from 8 a.m. to 8:30. I know for some of you guys, man, that's early. That means like I get out of bed. Like, well, you know what? If it wasn't for the coronavirus, you'd be up at school anyway. Most of you guys, by 7:20 anyway. So, it's time to, get back into the swing of things and pull yourself up in the morning and come join us at 8 o'clock in the morning. No, you're not going to lose points if you don't join me, but it's a lot easier to answer questions when everyone joins me from that 30-minute time slot. And you can ask your questions. You can you can get a little bit from me as far as what the topics are for each day. And you can ask some questions based off of that. But and sometimes it's a lot of fun. We get in some pretty interesting discussions talking about all sorts of things. So when you drop into my office hours, it's not always just math we're talking about. Okay, we have a lot of fun. But anyway, just understand the expectation is that you're on here every single day. If you have not been joining me for conferences, if you just click this link over here on the left side of your screen for conferences, you'll actually receive an invite. And that one. I've also do private one-on-one conferences. So I had Joey reached out to me one day I think it was on Friday, and said, "Hey, I'm having a problem with this." I said, "Cool, let me invite you." And so we did one-on-one tutoring right there in conferences. But you can join us every morning from 8 a.m. to 8:30, and then I think all math classes are 8 a.m. to 8:30, and then I believe science is just after us from 8:30 to 9, and I can't remember after that. Anyway, we had a really good first week. Lots of great participation from students. Make sure on the attendance questions, you have to be logged into Google with your Conroe ISD student ID, your student email, with your Google account in order to answer those questions. If you're not logged in, like if I was logged in with my personal Gmail account and I click on the link, it's going to give me a message and it's not going to let me access that question. Okay, so make sure you guys, and it's real cool. I mean, you just click on it, and all you're doing is you're just typing. You check bubbles for your class period, you type in your last name, your first name, and then you're going to answer the question. So for those that are actually going to watch this video, you can see a preview. This is what it looks like for Monday. Okay, so you just check the box for what class period you're assigned to. Then you type in your last name, your first name, and Monday's attendance question. This one's going to get pretty heated. Who has the better chicken sandwich, Chick-fil-A or Popeyes? I know which one I would choose. So I want to see what you guys would choose. All right. That's it for today. Again, if you have any needs, calculator, computer, whatever, reach out to me. I've had only one student reached out to me and said they really want a graphing calculator. So I'm going to forward that information on to our administration, and we'll try to get that student a calculator. But if you have any needs, make sure you send me a message, either an email or a message through Canvas, so we can make sure we help you out. Okay. That's all I have today, and I look forward to seeing each of you in my conference at 8 o'clock each morning.